Good morning, I'm Arthur, and welcome to Senior Strength Show. Now folks, before we dive into today's life-changing topic, if you're new here, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell, because we're about to reveal the exact weight range that could add 10 to 15 years to your life after 60. All right, let's cut right to the chase. If you're over 60, and your doctor keeps telling you to lose weight without explaining what that actually means for your age group, you're getting dangerous advice. The weight recommendations that work for 30-year-olds can literally kill seniors. Today, I'm joined by Dr. James Rodriguez, a geriatrician who spent 30 years studying the relationship between weight and longevity in older adults. Dr. Rodriguez, let's start with the bombshell. What weight should people over 60 actually maintain?
Arthur, thank you for having me. Here's what's going to shock your viewers. The ideal weight for seniors is actually 15 to 20 pounds heavier than what most doctors recommend. We're talking about a BMI of 25 to 27, not the 18.5 to 24.9 that's pushed on everyone regardless of age.
Wait, you're telling our viewers that being slightly overweight by traditional standards is actually healthier after 60?
I know it sounds counterintuitive, but yes, the research is crystal clear. Seniors with BMIs between 25 and 27 live longer, have fewer hospitalizations, and maintain independence longer than their normal weight peers.
Dr. Rodriguez, this flies in the face of everything we've been told. Give us the science behind this.
Arthur, this is based on massive population studies. A landmark study of 270,000 adults over 65 found that those with BMIs of 25-27 had the lowest mortality rates. Even more surprising, those with BMIs of 27-30, technically obese by current standards, lived longer than those in the normal weight range. Here's why. After 60, your body needs reserves. When you get sick, injured, or hospitalized, having extra weight provides energy reserve that can be life-saving. Thin seniors often can't bounce back from illnesses that slightly heavier seniors recover from easily.
So you're saying my wife was right when she told me to stop obsessing over those last 15 pounds?
Your wife sounds very wise. Yes, that obsession with being thin can actually be dangerous after 60. I've seen too many seniors waste away trying to achieve weights that were appropriate for them at 30 but are harmful at 70.
Now, let's be specific. If I'm a 65-year-old man who's 5'10", what should I weigh according to your research?
For a 5'10" man over 60, the optimal weight range is 175 to 190 pounds, not the 160 to 175 that traditional charts suggest. For a 5'5" woman, we're looking at 145 to 160 pounds, not 125 to 140. I had a patient, George, who was 68 and weighed 195 pounds. His previous doctor kept pushing him to lose weight. When he got pneumonia, those extra 20 pounds literally saved his life. He had the reserves to fight the infection while maintaining his strength.
What happens to seniors who maintain those traditionally normal weights?
The statistics are frightening, Arthur. Seniors with BMIs under 23 have 40% higher mortality rates during illness. They're more likely to suffer complications from surgery, take longer to recover from injuries, and have higher rates of depression and cognitive decline. Think about it logically. When you're fighting cancer, recovering from a heart attack, or dealing with a broken hip, your body needs fuel reserves. Thin seniors simply don't have the biological cushion to handle these challenges.
So we've been essentially starving our seniors in the name of health.
In many cases, yes. I see 75-year-old women who weigh 115 pounds and think they're healthy because they fit into their wedding dress. Meanwhile, they're frail, fall frequently, and struggle to recover from minor illnesses.
That's just tragic. Now, I have to ask, and our viewers are probably wondering this too, what about heart disease? Don't heavier people have more heart problems?
Ah, the million-dollar question. Here's the fascinating part. The relationship between weight and heart disease changes dramatically after 60. Multiple studies show that seniors with BMIs of 25 to 27 actually have better cardiovascular outcomes than thinner seniors. One study of 12,000 seniors found that those with overweight BMIs had 20% lower rates of heart disease death than those in the normal range. The protective effect of moderate weight increase seems to outweigh the traditional risks.
All right, Dr. Rodriguez, let's get practical. How should seniors approach weight management differently? First, throw out your scale from 30 years ago. Your goal isn't to weigh what you did in your wedding photos. Your goal is to maintain functional strength and adequate reserves for health challenges. For most seniors, this means focusing on muscle mass rather than total weight. We want you to be strong and sturdy, not thin and fragile. How do people know if they're in that optimal range? Great question. Look at functionality, not just numbers. Can you get up from a chair without using your hands? Can you climb a flight of stairs without getting winded? Can you recover quickly from minor illnesses? If yes, you're probably at a good weight regardless of what the scale says. That makes so much sense. So it's less about the bathroom scale and more about the bedroom stairs. Exactly. I love that analogy. If you can handle your daily activities comfortably and bounce back from health challenges, you're in the right weight range for your age. I tell my patients, aim to be the weight where you feel strongest and most energetic, not the weight where you look youngest. Those are very different things after 60. When should seniors be concerned about weight loss?
Any unintentional weight loss over 10 pounds in 6 months is a red flag for seniors. This could indicate underlying illness, medication side effects, or depression. But here's what's scary. Many seniors are intentionally losing weight through extreme dieting, which can be just as dangerous. I've seen 70-year-olds doing crash diets, intermittent fasting, or other restrictive eating patterns that would be questionable for someone half their age. This can lead to muscle loss, bone density reduction, and increased fall risk.
So the juice cleanses and keto diets that our kids are doing?
Should stay with the kids. Seniors need consistent, adequate nutrition. Extreme dieting at this age is like driving a Ferrari through a school zone. Technically possible, but completely inappropriate for the situation.
I love these analogies. So what should seniors do if their doctor is pushing weight loss?
Have an honest conversation. Ask them about the research on optimal BMI for seniors. Many doctors are still using outdated guidelines that don't account for age-specific needs. A good geriatrician will understand these nuances. If your doctor insists on weight loss, ask for specific health markers that need improvement, blood pressure, blood sugar, cholesterol, and focus on those rather than arbitrary weight targets.
How do our viewers figure out their personal optimal weight?
Here's my simple formula. Think about your weight when you felt strongest and most energetic in your 50s, then add 10 to 15 pounds. That's typically your optimal senior weight. But more importantly, focus on these markers: stable energy throughout the day, ability to recover quickly from minor illnesses, maintaining muscle strength, and feeling emotionally balanced around food.
What about people who've yo-yo dieted their whole lives?
Oh, this is so common. After decades of dieting, many seniors have damaged their metabolism and relationship with food. The 60s are the perfect time to make peace with your body and find your natural, healthy weight.
How do they start that process?
Stop dieting completely. Focus on eating regular, nutritious meals. Listen to your hunger and fullness cues. Many seniors discover that when they stop restricting food, their weight naturally settles into a healthy range. I tell patients, your body at 65 has earned the right to be comfortable and well-fed. Stop punishing it with restrictions and start nourishing it with respect.
Smiling. That's beautiful advice. I can see why your patients love you.
What role does exercise play in maintaining optimal weight for seniors?
Exercise is crucial, but not for weight loss, for strength and function. At this age, the goal of exercise should be maintaining muscle mass, bone density, balance, and cardiovascular health. Weight-bearing exercises, resistance training, and balance work are infinitely more important than cardio for weight loss. We want strong, functional bodies at healthy weights.
So, no more hours on the treadmill trying to burn calories?
No, I'd rather see a 70-year-old doing body weight squats twice a week than jogging for hours. The muscle preservation and functional benefits are far more valuable.
What about people who say they feel better when they're thinner?
I ask them to define better. Often they mean they feel more socially acceptable or mentally satisfied, but their physical health markers tell a different story. True health is about function, energy, and resilience, not fitting into old clothes. I had a patient who insisted she felt better 20 pounds lighter. Then she got the flu and was bedridden for 3 weeks because she didn't have the reserves to fight it. That was her wake-up call.
Let's give our viewers a concrete action plan.
What should they do starting today? First, calculate your BMI and see where you fall. If you're between 25 and 27, celebrate. You're in the optimal range for longevity. If you're under 23, consider whether you need to gain some healthy weight. Second, focus on function over numbers. Can you do your daily activities comfortably? Do you have energy? Are you recovering well from minor illnesses? These matter more than scale numbers. What about working with healthcare providers? Bring this research to your doctor. Ask them about age-appropriate weight ranges and whether their recommendations are based on senior-specific studies. A good doctor will appreciate an informed patient.
And if viewers want to learn more about this topic,
I always recommend people research the studies themselves. Look up BMI and mortality in older adults or optimal weight for seniors. The evidence is overwhelming once you start reading the actual research rather than general diet advice.
Dr. Rodriguez, what's your final message for our viewers about weight after 60?
Your body has served you faithfully for 6 decades or more. It deserves to be comfortable, well-nourished, and strong, not starved in pursuit of outdated beauty standards or health metrics designed for younger people. The number on the scale matters far less than your quality of life, your energy levels, and your ability to enjoy these precious years.
That's wisdom that comes from decades of helping people age successfully. Folks, if this information has opened your eyes like it did mine, please subscribe to Senior Strength Show and hit that notification bell so you never miss our life-changing content. Share this with anyone over 60 who's been struggling with weight obsession. You might literally save their life. Remember, the goal isn't to be the weight you were at 30. It's to be the healthiest, strongest, most vibrant version of yourself at the age you are right now. Dr. Rodriguez, thank you for shattering these dangerous myths and giving our viewers permission to be healthy at any size.
Thank you, Arthur. Here's to strong, healthy seniors who understand that wisdom includes knowing how to nourish their bodies properly.
That's a wrap for today's Senior Strength Show. I'm Arthur, reminding you that your best years are ahead of you, at whatever weight makes you feel strongest and most alive.